to the Supreme Court to challenge the presidential polls as soon as they are done. Iebc did not conduct a fair, transparent, and credible nomination of the presidential candidates, and therefore Kenyans have been denied some key candidates of their choice. What Iebc has done is impose 4 candidates on Kenyans, giving them a narrow chance to pick candidates of their choice, and giving 2 of them preferential and exceptional nomination privileges. Again, Iebc is discriminatory, biased, and careless about candidate nomination. Therefore, the process is not fair. As C.J. Maraga said in 2017, I say today, the process of an election is just as important as the results of that election. Last but not least, we want to encourage every Kenyan everywhere to turn out in large numbers and vote next week. It is your democratic right. In addition, there are several wonderful candidates running as MCAs, MPs, women reps, governors, and senators. Please vote for them. However, when it comes to the presidential vote, we encourage you to exercise your democratic right fully by voting for us in this way. Take your pen and write Reuben Kigume on the presidential ballot as the 5th option. And then mark it proudly. Tick it. In this way, we will be sending a clear and unmistakable message to Iebc and their sponsors, and the enemies of democracy, and the enemies of the Jenga Kenya team, that we have a right to choose the president that we want. You will be helping us to reject injustice by doing that. You will be helping us to reject being forced to vote only for the 4 imposed options. We urge you to do it proudly. We urge you, in addition, to do it as you maintain peace, as you maintain vigilance, and at all times ensure that you vote and just go home. And so we say with Desmond Tutu of South Africa, if you are silent in times of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressor. Let me say it again. If you are silent in times of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressor. And in closing, to those people who profess faith, you have had an opportunity to have someone godly, someone who respects values, someone who respects the dignity of the human person who is made in the image of God. Your hopes are valid. Let me put it that way. We will be back. I hope that the Supreme Court will indeed issue justice so that you have another opportunity to choose somebody who can take this Kenya of ours that we love to the place it needs to be. So we are here for the long haul to defend utu, to defend maadili, and to defend maendeleo. And that maendeleo is people-centered, because people come before profits, they come before projects. And so we say again, lipo tumaini, enda nasi. God bless you, and God bless Kenya. Not paper for presidency. And that is the work of Iebc, our referee. Having met all the constitutional requirements to run for president, by the 29th of May this year, and having fully cooperated with the Iebc, unfortunately, we encountered a hostile, vindictive, and discriminatory commission that cannot be described as free, fair, or credible by any legal or human standards. Instead of being referee in the elections at hand, Iebc has actively worked to ensure Reuben Kigume does not run for president. My signatures from 26 counties were not received, despite my taking them to the commission at Bomas of Kenya on several occasions. Again, two candidates, namely Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga and DP William Samoei Ruto, were given exceptional treatment and accommodation, together with two others, Professor Wajakoya and Mr. Mwaure, who were barely tolerated. But I and all independent candidates were lumped together, harassed, and locked out of the race without law being applied fairly on us. In fact, the law was applied harshly, cruelly, and discriminatorily on all of us as independent candidates. I was personally shouted at by security officers at Bomas of Kenya, and on two occasions denied entry to Bomas of Kenya by the same security officers. Mark that all our competitors were treated with dignity as if they were already being waited for as presidents. The Iebc set up a dispute resolution committee which was tasked with hearing our complaints. But the DRC was so casual about my complaints and shockingly drew the wrong conclusion that I was not to be on the ballot on the basis of the fact that I was seeking special treatment as someone living with disability. But even if my disability had been the case in point, and it was not, Iebc should have applied the Constitution in Articles 10, 27, 28, 38, 54, 83, among others, to accommodate me. But they had made up their mind to exclude me and to completely negate consulting the Constitution. On 18th July 2022, the High Court of Kenya ruled and issued a judgment by Anthony. Let me read that again, sorry. On 18th July, the High Court of Kenya ruling by Justice Anthony Mrima directed that I should be included on the ballot. And the next day, the 19th of July, at 10 p.m. on Citizen Television, that very night, Iebc Chair Wafula Chebukati said that he would obey those court orders and that he was waiting for me so he can process my nomination. Iebc called my office and asked us to collect a checklist for what was required for the nomination process, and then went ahead to give me an appointment at 11 a.m. on the 22nd of July at the Bomas of Kenya. We collected the checklist and confirmed the appointment, only to read on social media 2 hours later that the commission had proceeded to file an appeal in the Court of Appeal to stay the High Court ruling that was issued 2 days earlier. What is more, a 3-judge bench has set the hearing of this particular case for after elections and without a specific date. My people, if you are ever in doubt that Iebc is bent on consistently ensuring that I am not on the ballot, now you know. What is more, the judge who ruled in that particular case, Justice Anthony Mrima, has actually been transferred from Nairobi to Kitale. I consider that this was punitive because it happened a few days after he issued my ruling. Someone is determined to see that I do not run as your next president, but it will not succeed. The second, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for making it to this place on this chilly Eldoret morning. Allow me to read my speech, which will mark our official address to the nation of Kenya today in preparation for the coming polls. I begin the way we know best to begin, by saying, watu wangu wapendwa, hamjambo,
hatujambo,
mlembe vosi, amoso uduto,
berainya,
muriega,
muno makeria,
chamge, suba,
eva,
muga,
muno,
babaro, akademia, nabeite, mamada. Imeisha? Moko mana? Mbuyamure? Ah, okay. Thank you so much for showing up. This is Kenya and it is beautiful. We could go on with so many different tongues, but God has given us such a lovely, lovely nation. And we are here as the Jengam Kenya government, ready to provide a unity that you have never seen before. A unity that accepts everybody from every corner of this country as one harmonious whole. On behalf of the Jengam Kenya campaign team and family in Kenya and the diaspora, I have called this press conference to make 3 important announcements regarding the coming August 9 elections. We owe it to every Kenyan to guide them on our utu, maadili, and maendeleo philosophy, and even inform them on what happens from August 9 onwards. The first thing we want our supporters and every Kenyan to know is that Iebc and its chairman Wafula Wanyonyi Chebukati have deliberately and successfully ensured that Reuben Kigume is not on
day. Chilly morning, right? Yes. We thank God. It's a beautiful day. It's a blessed day. We are happy to have this wonderful day given to us by God so that we can continue doing the things that we do. I want to take this opportunity to welcome all of us. Karibuni sana, welcome. Having said that, I also want to acknowledge the fact that we are here as the Jengam Kenya team so that we can be able to speak to the Republic of Kenya, the nation of Kenya. We all are aware that our elections are scheduled to be on Tuesday next week, and we would wish to issue a press statement regarding the same. Even as I have a humble duty of inviting my president to speak, I want to say that Wakenya tuamke asubuhi, Wakenya tupige kura, Wakenya tudumishe amani. Kenya is ours. Our former president Mwai Kibaki told us that we vote only for a day. And after the day is over, another day will come, the sun will rise and set as normal. So let's treat the elections as a day affair. Your neighbor is your neighbor. We go, vote, exercise your constitutional right, do the work that you're supposed to do as good citizenry, go home, watch TV, watch the results, and let's all live peacefully and harmoniously. Kenya ni yetu na Kenya hatuhami. We are here to stay. Hatutaki kuvuruga amani, hatutaki mtu ambaye anavuruga amani, hatutaki kuambiwa tupigane ama tuvurugiane amani, tupendane. Love, peace and unity is not a new concept or philosophy in the land of Kenya. This is our opportunity to show the world that we are a mature democracy, that we can vote and live harmoniously, and after voting, whichever way, shake hands. This is our prayer as a Jenga Mkenya team. After voting, we shake hands. Having said many of those words, I now take this opportunity to invite our president, the president, 5th president of the Republic of Kenya. Hello. 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 We are still in the race by the grace of God. He is going to be the 5th president of the Republic of Kenya. We have not given up. And now let's welcome our president, Mr. Ruben Kigume, to address the nation.